everyone, welcome back. I hope you had a nice break there. I had some leftover pizza, so that was awesome. My work laptop decided to die, so hopefully this still works. um, and I'm super excited right now. We are going to hear from Nikki Reheaume from the Lebenon Public Libraries about Jackbox games. So Nikki, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you. So hello, I am Nikki. I'm Team Librarian at Lebenon Library, and I'm going to be talking about Jackbox games today. It's a really fun thing to do, and what's great is that people can participate. They don't even need to be on a screen if they don't want to, and really all you need is a computer, a video chat server, and a mobile device or an iPad or tablet, anything like that really. And big thing about having a device that you can do it on your computer as well is all of the players use this as their computer, and that's where they're going to find the answers that they can submit. Anything that they're going to be doing it on their own personal device. As I said again, it can be used on a cell phone, tablet, or your web browser. The first thing I want to do is really just show you how easy it is to download Jackbox games. So I'm going to share my screen now. And hopefully you can see that. So this is what Jackbox game looks like. This is their website. You can buy the games on the website, and actually when you do buy the games on the website, you would just go to game, and there's a million different platforms you could use this for. Personally, I have Steam, so that's the one that I use. But if you just click on any game, it will show you how to download. And with Steam, you would download a Steam code, and then you would import it into Steam. This is what my Steam looks like. And if I want to run the game, I would just hit play. So that's that. Now there are a bunch of different Jackbox games, really long list. And I pulled up this handy thing, and I can share all of these resources after, but they're all on the Jackbox game webpage. But it will show you how many players can play in each game, what the games are, and it'll link right to that game with more information. If it is bought in a party pack, or if you can buy it all by itself. If it's a timed game, and if it has audience members. So some games are limited to only 8 people. Some can go all the way up to 100 people. But if there are more people participating in the game or watching the game than players that are allowed, they can join the audience if it says in here, audience, yes. And with audiences, you can still participate and vote and stuff like that, but you're just not going to be submitting answers at that time, which is really great, because if you do have a smaller amount of teams, then you can just, keep playing. If you have larger amounts, you can either pick a game that has more players, or you can rotate them through and be like, okay, the people that were playing that last game, you're going to be in the audience this time, and the people that were not in the game, you get to be in that game now. So that's something you can do there. So as I said, there's a lot of different games, and it's really just good to find a game that might work for you. And the other thing is, if you are opening this, all of the games in Jackbox are rated T for teen. So that's like our demographic here. But if you want to invite younger people, if you want it to be a family-friendly game night or something like that, there is a list of the games that have either a family-friendly filter setting or do not and are not recommended for families. So say, where is it? Drawful 2 has a filter. I play Dictionarium a lot, and that actually has a filter where you can, as the host player, you can deny if you don't think the definition of the word that they're creating is appropriate, and you can just deny that one and nobody else will see it. But then there are ones that are family friendly anyway, or ones that are not family friendly, so you shouldn't be playing them with families really. But again, everything is rated T for teen, which is pretty great. So that's also a really good resource. What else did I want to say about this? So there's six different game packs. As I said, you can buy standalone games. Some of them are, others are in the game packs. They're really affordable. One game pack usually is $24.99, and once you download it to your Steam account or your library Steam account, you can access that from any computer if you have Steam. There are, again, a bunch of different platforms, but I've only used it on Steam. So the other thing is you can present this on pretty much any video conferencing. I've done it on Google Meet. I've done it on Zoom. I have not done it on Discord, but I do know that it is a possibility. The same with screen sharing. So as long as you can share screens and have a video chat, really so you can see people's reactions, you can play the game. Now, people that are playing the game, if they don't want to be on a video chat and they don't want their face seen, they can, you know, keep those off too. Some people prefer to have everybody unmuted and all of their faces, because there are definitely some games that, you know, you really want to see people's faces and reactions. But then there are others that really you don't need to see anything, and it's just kind of a fun game to do. So now that I went over all of those basics, and if I need to say anything after, I will totally answer questions. I want to invite you all to play along with me in just kind of a little game demonstration on how to set it up. So the first thing that you need to do is get your device or computer browser, anything like that, and then you are going to go to jackbox.tv. And you'll see this screen right here that says room code and name. We don't have a room code yet, but you can put your name in. So I'm going to put my name in as Nikki, and wait for the room code to come up. So what I do when that happens is I would then launch my game. So I have the party pack here. I have the audio down right now so that you all can hear me talking, because it does get pretty loud. But usually what I do is, because the game has audio, it has fun music, it has talking directions and stuff like that. So I just turn the volume up, and hopefully y'all can still hear me. And if you can't hear me, let me know. So after that setup, I would then pick the game. So the game, so the game that we're going to be playing today is called Live Spotter, and it's one of the games that is for 1 to 100 players. It doesn't have a filter, so that means it is a team game. There are sometimes things that are a little more like, there was one question I played once, and it was about a bra, and it was like true or false, because everything in this game is true or false. True or false, does Victoria's Secret have a bacon-scented bra? So it's harmless stuff like that, but it is like, you maybe don't want like a 7-year-old having to answer a question like that. So once I select the game that I want to play, you just click on play, and I'm going to actually make this bigger so that everybody can see it now. And now you can see, hopefully, that, can everybody see my screen? Okay, cool. So then what you will see is the room code. So again, I'm gonna go back to that website. There we go. I'm gonna go back to that website and put in that code letter, and again, or 4-letter code. And again, that code is ZRSC. Once you put that code in and everybody that's in wants to join, there's the option to say everybody's in. I recommend always starting the game by saying, please do not click everybody's in and wait for the person who's running, wait for the librarian to say everybody's in. That way you don't shut anybody out. However, this game is pretty cool because anybody can join into this game at any point. So it's like a really good, like, you can have it running for like an hour or something in a video conference. That's why I really like the idea of Discord. So teams can pop into a Discord channel, see that it's streaming at that point, and join in on the game anytime they want. So I'm going to go onto my phone and just put my 4-letter code in. ZRSC. see. And it'll say that you are now in the thing, and it'll show you who else is in there. If anybody else wants to play. I don't know why that just did that. I'm exiting. Actually, no. Hold on. Escape. So then the game comes up, and you can see right in that top corner over here again, VRSC is there. So in this game, you just answer, and again, there's voices, there's voice instructions, and it says pretty much answer if you think this is a truth or a lie. So if you think it's a truth or a lie, you can pick whenever. And then I'll give you the answer once everybody gives it. And then you just keep going. And now a new question will come up, and you just keep doing like that. So you can keep playing for a minute.
Thought about naked girls.
As I said, sometimes it's a little racier. And you will get points for being the fastest answerer.
Has no intersections. A building at the Kennedy Space Center is so large that rain clouds form inside of it.
You find out some pretty cool things.
Tadpoles spear themselves in the water with their
penises. As I said, again.
There's a species of cockroach that only lays eggs in ears. Paris Hilton sued Rosetta Stone for not making her fluent in Italian. And here's where everyone stands at the end of round one. Here are your new fact categories.
All right. So, don't want to run out of time. So I am going to end the game. And to end the game, you just hit escape as the person on the computer, and you say yes. And then it'll go back to the screen. It'll start a new room for you, and go back to them. Yes. Now I'm going to get out of that screen. So I'm going to quit it for right now. And yeah, that's pretty much the basics of playing Jackbox. So it's really, really simple to set up. And it is, I don't know how to stop screen sharing. Oh, there we go. It's really simple to set up, and it's a great passive program because people can come and go. The games are pretty short. There are longer ones, and there are cool ones that I really like. There's this one called Press the Button that you all are working together to figure out who the two aliens on the spaceship are, and you have to get them off of the spaceship or else they're going to take it over. And just so many games. You can find them all on their website. You can also find them, you can find videos on like YouTube of people playing them. And I tend to play this a lot with my friends when I'm trying to figure out how to run them for teens. You can totally play through and see what games might be appropriate, what games might not be appropriate. As I said, there's sometimes a little racy stuff because it's rated T for teens, but that is the demographic that they're giving. And you don't have to play any game. You don't have to play a game if you don't think it's appropriate. So, does anybody have any questions?
Thanks, Nikki. Do you have a favorite game?
My favorite, so I only own Jackbox 6 and the original Jackbox. My favorite game, I think, is Push the Button, but it is a little more involved. The other one I really like is Murder Trivia Party. And that is kind of like creepy. I know a lot of teens, or at least ones that I've met, are totally into like true crime and stuff like that, and like horror. And it has this whole premise that you're all trapped into this room trying to get away from this guy who's planning to murder you all. And in order to get out of the room, you have to answer trivia questions. And I think that's one of my most favorite ones to play. And yeah, so that's my favorite.
Cool. Ashley said, do you need a screen sharing platform for this to work?
Yes, you do need a screen sharing platform because only the person that owns the game can be showing the screen. However, the great thing about it is only one person needs to own the game. So as long as they're sharing their screen, everybody can see what's going on.
Awesome. And I'm sorry, I don't know what Steam is. Could you just tell us what Steam is?
Yeah. Steam is, let me pull it up. Steam is just kind of a gaming platform. So again, this can be downloaded for really any gaming platform, but why won't my Steam open? Oh, because I minimized it. Steam is a gaming platform, and let me share my screen one more time. So it's a gaming platform that really just launches games for you so that you can play them. So you can buy games in the store, and then you have your whole library. So any games that are supported on Steam, you can play there. You can play any games that you download, and it's really, if you think about it, like it's a gaming console almost for your computer. Steam is free, so you can download Steam, and the other thing about Steam is they have games in there that are free. They have multiplayer games. They have a bunch of different things that you can do. But if you think about it like, oh, I have an Xbox, oh, I have a Nintendo Switch, anything like that, then it's the same. So I use Steam because it's easy to share your computer screen. If you're playing the game on a computer, I have played before where like one of my friends had it only for his PlayStation 4. So he just screen shared his TV to us. It wasn't ideal, but it was something that he did, and we were all still able to play the game. We just really couldn't hear much. So if he had a better speaker, it probably would have been fine. So yeah, that is what Steam is.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? That game was fun. I'm glad that Peter Pan question was false.
Yes. Yes. And I'm glad you guys got to see some of the saucier questions, but again, nothing super, super inappropriate when you think about what teens are seeing and reading anyway. So
yeah, cool. The ear cockroach. Yeah, I'm glad that was false too, Amber.
Yeah, me too.
It's gross. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. That was really fun.
Yeah, and if anybody has any questions or wants to, email me or even like be like, hey Nikki, I want to test it out. Do you want to like play with me? I'm always down to play this game, and I'm also down to like host it for you if you're ever like, hey, I just want to test it out and see how it is. Can you just like stream it for me for a little bit so that we can get like the hang of it before buying it and like see some other games? I'm totally down for that too. I'm going to put my email into the chat.
Thank you. That's super helpful. And Karen has a question. She said it was a little too loud to hear people. Do you have a setting that makes that's the best setting for volume?
In the game, you actually, when you go to the game setup, you can play with the audio. I don't know if I was showing that at first, but there's audio settings in the game setup whenever you go. I just might have turned it up a little too loud, but there's audio settings in game.
Cool. And Julia says y'all's game nights, and I'm down. So cool. We'll try to get that organized. Yeah. Sounds fun. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much, Nikki.
You're welcome. I'm happy to share.
Yeah, that was fun. So next up, we are going to have a Padlet demonstration from Julia, and that's going to start at 3:10. So enjoy your 10 minutes.